Well, the first thing you'll probably notice is that it looks a little bit like a Prius. And this is the EX model, and one of the differences on the EX is the wheels. These are alloy wheels. So you see the alloy wheels, and one nice feature is the fold-away mirrors. You just push them in like that. Fold-away mirrors, they pop in and out. I do like the front design. There's a vehicle Honda makes called the Clarity, and this design looks a lot like that. That's a hydrogen vehicle. This is a what they call a parallel hybrid, or a full hybrid. It operates on both a battery, which is a nickel metal hydride, whatever kind of battery, and then it also has a really kind of a weak 4-cylinder engine. So here's the back of the car. One of the nice features about the car is the hatch. When you look inside here, you'll see that there's a lot of space. Here's the spare tire. It's a full spare, and underneath that, or actually behind that, is the battery pack. The seats obviously are going to fold down to open up even more space. Fold them down just like that. They fold flat. So there's really a lot of cargo area. In fact, it's got more cargo room than the Prius. So I'm going to shut the hatch now and show you the inside. The biggest problem with this car is probably the back seat. This is one of the problems with the car. The back seat has very little leg room, and if you're tall like I am, you're gonna hit your head on the roof, most likely. So the back seat's good for people below 6 feet tall, and kids, and probably Japanese people. The front, however, is really large enough for, you know, any size man or woman. I'm 6'2", and I have no issues with the front of this car. One of the nice things about the car, in my opinion, is the instrument cluster. If you look straight ahead, you'll see the information. I forgot what they call it. It's like the little panel in the middle is where you get all your. The little panel in the middle is where you get all your information about your fuel economy. And right now I'm cycling through right here on the steering wheel to show some of the most recent trips. Now this is what I'm averaging right now since I've last reset it, 39.5. This has been all in-town driving, so that's really not that bad. On the highway I get close to 50. In town it's close to 40. That's different than the Prius, because the Prius you can drive around town with no gasoline engine usage. It can use just the battery. This one doesn't do that. If you look at the speedometer up top, it's blue right now. That's because I'm not getting good economy right now. This button over here, the Econ button, when you press this, the car will actually cycle off the air conditioner when you stop. The engine will turn off. It's a less aggressive gearing on the CVT, which is the type of transmission that it has. So I really appreciate this, because you get a lot better gas mileage and you really don't feel it. The only thing that I notice is the air conditioner going off when you stop at a stop sign. The transmission is smooth. It's got good pickup. You can see that this dash layout is kind of a cross between a Civic and a Fit. You know, the HVAC controls are just like a Fit, except that you have automatic climate control. The rest of the interior is kind of a mixed bag in my opinion. The seats are nice. The seats are really nice. They're firm, they're supportive, they're made of what seems to be high quality fabric, and I see no issues at all with the seats. What I did have an issue with is the floor is made out of this really thin, cheap material. It's probably very durable. It's just a lot cheaper than I've seen in other Hondas. So, you know, they did try to cut corners to make this hybrid affordable, and they did it with the choice of materials. The door sounds better than an American car's door. Like I had a Ford Focus, and it's better than the Focus's door, but it's still using cheap plastic. The dash is nice. It's tough, durable feeling plastic. The steering wheel is straight out of a Fit, but it feels really nice and solid. Really everything in the cabin feels great that you touch all the time. The stuff that you don't touch is where they really cut corners, you know. Alright, here I am driving the Insight to Target. As you can tell, it's pretty quiet in town. The only time I've noticed really road noise is when you're on a rough or a poorly paved road and you're going above 60 miles an hour. Up until that point, it's really a quiet car. I don't know what people are complaining about. It's not as quiet as a Prius, but it also, you have some road feel, so it's a lot better than the Prius for day-to-day driving. I mean, the most important part of a car is how enjoyable it is to drive. You know, in addition to the convenience of having enough space for your family and being able to haul what you need to. The most important part is how it drives. And the Insight drives very well. It drives a lot like a Honda Fit, which is probably more fun to drive than a Civic. So Texas, this is a good view of that back rear window, and as you can see, the visibility is really pretty good looking back. It's a lot better than any other car I've had because you can see from the roof line all the way down. The best part of this design, in my opinion, is the front. It's a sporty looking design, kind of futuristic, way better looking than a Prius in my opinion. Let's take a look at that powerful engine. There you see it. That is the Honda Integrated Motor Assist. That's a new 4-cylinder that they've developed. It's about, I don't know, 85 horsepower or something like that. And then it's got that battery, which adds another 13. So it's a total of, I think, 98 horsepower. The torque, because I have it on Econ mode, if you look right here, Econ mode, has put me in a mode where the engine will shut off every time I get to a stoplight. And the air conditioner also shuts off. So it's, I guess, kind of uncomfortable for a couple of seconds while the air's off. But as soon as I'm driving around in Galveston right now, and I'm keeping my speed in the, well, right at the speed limit, which is 35. And as you can see, the speedometer is green right now. If you look closer, you can really see it. Okay, it's green. Now, watch, as I hit the accelerator, it turns to dark blue. And that means that I was not getting good gas mileage at that point when I hit the accelerator.